Right, we're live, guys. Good morning. It's the 20th of November. We're Signal Centre. We're talking ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Steve O'Hare and Ian Coleman. How are we,
Morning, all.
gents?
Yeah, all good,
Oh,
you,
very
Joe?
good. I feel a little
Good
bit better
stuff.
this morning, a little bit better than Pochettino probably does.
Yeah, well, he's
Not
got
quite as
12
good
million
as
quid in the
Marino.
bank. So,
12 million?
yeah, apparently so.
Did he take our trade ideas?
Well, that's what I heard, yeah.
Does he want it?
I done a deal with him. He got short of the footsie yesterday and he's going to come and manage Arsenal now.
Really?
Yeah, that's the plan.
How do you make a small fortune?
Start with a big one.
Yes. Wow, 12
Very
million.
good.
That's not bad. But I just think that's the worst decision any club's ever made. What are they doing?
Well,
He's
I think
like,
he's lost the
look at the
dressing
record
room.
over the last 3 or 4 years, and they're sacking him because he's just had a sort of bit of a poor run of form.
Well, let's not forget, he hasn't won anything.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they've outperformed where they should be, based on the money they've spent.
Well, I couldn't care less, to be honest, because I hate
Yeah.
Spurs. So it's not a problem.
And the Irons are going to
Jose,
stuff them this weekend as well.
hopefully
I'd love
Jose
to see.
finishes them off.
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, so you got West Ham this weekend, have they? Straight into a London derby.
Yeah, exactly.
Super.
Got absolutely no chance. West Ham are flying.
In the wrong direction.
Can we talk about golf now?
Flying like penguins.
Yeah. Christmas turkey. Right, okay, let's go. Let's look at how we did yesterday, first of all. So I was short Euro New Zealand dollar. That was the only winner of the day, 0.85R. And you two had small losers on
mine was a tiny
and Euro US dollar. So
yeah, it probably wasn't even a loser, but Joe's put it down as a loser because he's like doing the P&L on it.
Yeah,
well,
I'm 20 ticks on side this morning.
I'm still below you in the league table.
Yeah.
A bit flip flop in between.
You're used to that being
between
Arsenal.
us. Yeah. So, we're still moving nicely in the right direction with the overall balance. So that's what really matters here.
Okay, mate. Lovely.
So, yeah, all good. So my honour today on that basis.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a quick look at some indices just because obviously they're talking points at the minute. Yesterday we saw some pretty substantial moves. I'm going to take a look at the FTSE first, actually. I did a video at the start of the week, which is on our YouTube channel if anybody wants to check it out, just running through some of the indices. This was the FTSE weekly chart, and I just highlighted the potential for it to be quite choppy, while below this 61.8% level at 74.52. If we take a look at the daily, I've got this big old head and shoulders that I think could be developing. Obviously, it's not confirmed yet, but I quite like the idea of that over the medium term. On the intraday charts, where we were looking to set the trades yesterday, we had this 78.6 level at 73.90. I had a sell limit at 73.85. We had a little bit of a look above this resistance level, but then it all came crashing down quite quickly. And we're moving lower once again this morning. So we've got this channel that I've got on the 4-hour chart, which just looks as though it's about to be tested. Below that, we've got this low here from the 15th of November. And I think if we head below that, then there's possibly another head and shoulders forming there on the shorter term charts. And
yeah, I think that daily might be a wedge as well, Joe.
Yeah.
You know, you got it in as a channel, but
yeah, see that. Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, the weekly. If you just took the top trend line off about 5 candles to the left.
Yeah. I'll play a bit later, but yeah, I can see what you mean. And then on the DAX, we on the weekly chart, we've got this channel and this key resistance up here from the from January 2018. So looks as though we've got some room to potentially reverse. If you look at the daily there, you can see that big candle went higher, broke to new highs, and then reversed all the way back down. So a bit of a gravestone doji, which isn't a particularly friendly candle. And plenty of room to head lower, I think.
Dow's worth a look. Got a bearish outside candle at the highs and in down on the daily chart.
Most of them have, yeah.
So this was the 4-hour chart on the DAX. We had this false breakout to the upside and then a really sharp reversal. And now we're breaking down through supports today. Sold a break today of 13,130. So already it's moving lower. I'm going to jump on it today for my trade of the day.
Good.
The risk reward isn't as great now, but I'm going to try and keep it 2-1. So I'm going to just nudge that down a little bit further. So we're in at 13,100. Going to target 12,990 with a 50 tick stop. So see how we go with that.
All right, nice.
That's
Who's
my trade
next?
for today. Selling
Well,
DAX.
that took a while. Sorry about that, everyone.
Nicked all Steve's
I was just
trades.
stalling Steve.
especially as you've nicked mine.
Go on then.
No, I'm not going next. Ian
You've
can
got to
go.
find
Next.
another
He's
one.
done now.
Well, I'll show you
Just say-
everything I've
just
got.
say I'm going to mirror Joe's. Copy trading.
Same, but a lot better risk reward on mine. I'm not
Right,
going to
let's have a look.
I'm not going to do it half.
Oh, is it you? Sorry.
Yeah, I'll go now. I'm not frightened of him. Look, there's the same chart that Joe's shown. There's the little channel we had, break lower, and the aggressive move is continuing this morning. I'm not going to do that one now. That's what you.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. I think that helps add a bit of conviction to to the idea, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And we
I
get
suppose
double
so.
R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to more important things. That my trade idea. I did a little live video yesterday afternoon for a few of the Telegram users and talked about gold. Talking about my position at the moment, or yesterday was short gold. I had a stop at 1476. That was stopped out this morning, and prices have moved higher. Now, the real thing going on at the moment with forcing these prices to move is obviously the Senate, or they've passed a bill to talk about the Hong Kong riots, and this could have a sort of devastating effect on the trade deal, the US-China trade deal, because obviously China are diving into Hong Kong and it's all going wrong. So if this is a deal breaker, then the equity markets have got a lot further to go. Now, what hasn't happened really, I don't think, is that the gold hasn't really responded in the same way, not yet anyway. We've got sort of a couple of levels of resistance. I mentioned yesterday, 1485, the 1475 level we broke through. You can see it here. I'm looking to buy a dip in gold today on the intraday trade. My overall view, my long-term view is higher. My medium to short-term view is lower, but the intraday view, obviously, we're moving higher on the basis of this, but we still haven't seen the safe haven bid yet. That's because currencies really haven't picked it up with the dollar. So, but I do.
Spot on, I think.
I'm going to get in today, 1477. Let's. That's where I'm going to take my gun to the head trade this morning, 1477.
It takes decimal points, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm going to have a.
Mine's moving. Hurry up.
7 tick stop on it. I'm going to go for. How about that? How about that, Daddy?
1505.
Yeah.
Right, get
Why
off
not?
now.
I mean, if we get through here, there's resistance. Let's slow it down a little bit.
Doing it on purpose.
I'm just going to talk about oil quickly. Go on, then, go on.
We'll come back to oil because I think that's worth talking about.
I'm going to leave it where my where it was 10 minutes
ago.
ago.
It's like that golfer who sort of like hits the ball, it hits someone else, and he sort of like then he throws it 100 yards down the fairway and say it would have ended up there.
And I'm not going to replace my divot.
So
we got onto golf. That's where I was selling it. I'm going to have to move it lower. Euro Swiss, nice move to the upside, 5 wave, Elliott wave pattern. I'm personally in here at 109.80. I liked it. It's a nice band of resistance. There was a DMARC 13 count, which is often an indication of the end of a trend, the start of a new downward bias. There's 261.8% fib here as well, 109.84. So nice lineup of resistance to the upside. Did see a move lower, and it's just starting to gain some momentum. So I'm gonna have to move this.
Oh, you can have it. I don't mind giving it to you because we slowed it down. Are you sure? Sure you don't want it?
That's a 10-foot putt. He's not having that.
Yeah, but now he might get stopped on the pullback where he wouldn't have done.
Let's get there you go, just over 2 to 1. So that's what I'm taking. 109.52. Quick scribble it down, Joe.
Yeah, got
53, that is 53.
109.70. Oh, is it?
Yeah,
53.
Yeah.
109.72, and the target of 109.12, which again is a confluence area, 61.8 fib, and that little line there was a weekly support level. So that's me.
Lovely stuff.
Excellent.
So news-wise, there was a bit of Obviously, red trading overnight in Asia, as you touched upon, Steve, with the protesters, and that seems to be getting quite a bit worse. Oil prices were down quite significantly as well. They're down 18% since April.
Worst day in 7 weeks for oil yesterday. All to do with a massive glut in supply and the fact that Russia have gone like that to the request of reducing output.
Right.
So fundamentals.
Did you have anything to say on the chart, Steve, with oil worth looking at?
Yeah, let me just.
Dollar CAD had a massive rally.
Yeah,
obviously
it
looks like stopped out just before it went.
I mean, this is where obviously, this is my chart from yesterday. We're looking to try and buy this dip. Prices broke through. We stopped out on that trade yesterday, and they've broken out of the channel. This is the 4-hour channel. We've got 50% Fibonacci retracement coming in at 54.51. That's 65 cents lower. But the major support would be around 53.67. Obviously, equity markets dragging oil down as well. The oil stocks taking a bashing, and oil not helping. So yeah, pretty gloomy for that sort of thing. But again, with the equity markets, we're overinflated prices. So this is just just to be a little retracement. It could be like even 3 or 4% retracement. It's still small on the scale of the chart. So
looking at the Dow, there's nothing really to the downside for about 300 ticks, really.
Yeah.
If you look at the charts last year, this time last year, we started an almighty sell-off in equities.
That's right. Yeah.
There was no Santa rally last year. It was just really aggressive selling throughout the whole of December.
And the valuations are way above what they were last year.
Yeah.
So that there is that potential. After that sort of like reaction yesterday, I think we've got a lot more to come today. I'm actually short of DAX myself as well. I'm not trying to influence anyone at all, but
yeah, I've got short on FTSE.
Yeah, so pretty gloomy.
Yeah, I mean there was no real movement in sterling yesterday on the debate. Did you watch any of that?
Yeah, I did watch it. I sort of got a little bit bored with it. Again, they kept going back to the same points. Johnson making the point that Corbyn's not saying which
he just
side
kept
he's going to
talking over the host the whole
I know,
time.
yeah.
I found it so frustrating.
But they did have a sort of like, didn't they have some sort of policy beforehand that they couldn't really be nasty to each other?
I don't know. It was just,
I think they did. I think they did. I think she made them agree. I read that somewhere that they couldn't.
She made
he
him
couldn't bring
hands.
up all the things he could, all the dirt he could dig up on Corbyn.
Yeah,
he couldn't bring it up.
I mean, that's not really the sort of thing you want your potential leader to do anyway, is it? Really dragging people through the gutter like that. Let the press do that.
Yeah.
But exactly. You see Boris Johnson's radio interview the other day, because I know it was radio, but they televised it as well. And the woman that did that was so obviously biased.
Yeah.
Because every time he went to say something, she just like whack, whack, whack. And I just thought, he's going to lose his rag in a minute.
Yeah, it's a sad situation though, isn't it? The both of them, if that's what we've got to choose from, it's doesn't give you much.
Go, Boris.
Yeah, you've got to check your facts, apparently, as well. Conservative Party, they changed their Twitter handle to fact checks or something.
Right.
And that caused uproar because they're just trying to put it out there that Corbyn's lying. Because Boris has never lied, apparently.
Never.
No, never heard him lie. But Wales qualified for 2020 as well. So for all the Welsh out there.
Go on, Aaron Ramsey.
Way a pet. Oh, that's not Welsh, is it?
No.
That was obviously.
Is it even near the border?
Yeah. So yeah, it's all sort of Twitter loving Pochettino getting sacked. Weird.
Yeah. Well, see how that develops. See if Arsenal can follow suit, because we need to get rid of our manager too, I think.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's round it up there then.
Good luck.
Yeah.
What's on the docket today?
Oh yes. So we've got Canadian CPI at 1:30.
Yeah.
We've got crude inventories at 3:30.
And FOMC.
FOMC minutes at 7 p.m.
Lovely.
So normally you get a dull day running into FOMC, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be lively as lively can be.
Good.
Nice.
So we'll make some money then.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good
one.
Cheers.
Bye.